Hello, everyone. Welcome to the When It Works podcast. You're with your host, Julian Lee here. And today I'm joined by the wonderful Danielle Stinnett from Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome to the show, Danielle.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Now, we were talking about sometimes this happens to a lot of people. They'll start up their business and they don't really think too much about the branding. They're just thinking, okay, I need to get the business. And then they find out that things start picking up and they feel like maybe they're kind of branded the wrong way. What do we do if that happens? Because I know that that's something that you do, Danielle. Do you want to tell
Mhm.
us a bit about your experience helping people with that?
Sure. So, Octane Design Studios is a 12-year-old digital marketing and branding firm based in the heart of the bluegrass. So, we help people in a lot of different areas, but four consistently. One, obviously, would be branding and identity. We love graphics. We love talking also about strategy, business strategy, and how to help your business elevate to whatever next level that you want to go to. We also focus a lot on individual events. So, your superhero 5Ks, your galas, all the fun graphics that go along with that from head to toe. And lastly, we talk about community and building up community, one within Kentucky and outside of our markets as well.
Awesome. All right. I don't know who that guy was. I just got rid of him. And so you're what are some of the frustrations that these people are having and they're coming to you, and then how are you sort of helping them, and what are you doing for them specifically?
Absolutely. So, our niche is really working with businesses that are under 5 years old specifically. We love the 1 to 2 year market as well. So, I think it's really interesting as we talk a little bit about what people are looking for when they're and their pain points. So when we talk about rebranding, it's usually because they've outgrown their brand. 9 times out of 10, they're walking into spaces with, I just needed a dot and a black and white logo, and they rocked that for 2 years. And now they're more sustained, they have a little bit more money in their pocket, and they have more credibility with their community. And so now they want more of a grown up look, if you will. I'd like to think that brands kind of go through this kind of stage, kind of like kids, if you will. I have four, so I kind of understand this infant infant stage where we kind of tweak things out, everything's new, and we understand the bells and whistles of things. Then we kind of move on to this teenage stage, right? Where we know what's going on, we kind of have a toot about it, we kind of have sustained ourselves a little bit. We know enough to sustain ourselves. And then you have more long term brands that have gone through ebbs and flows, different phases and stages of the business. They're kind of champs, veterans, if you will. And so I like to think of branding in kind of terms of those staging. So for businesses that are kind of in that newbie stage, we consider them noobs, just like real gamers. And I think it's really interesting that when we talk about branding for new businesses, those pain points are there. It looks like my business, but I grew away from that. What can I do to make it more mine now? So that's what we do.
Interesting. And one thing that happens often is that people start in their business and then they find out, hey, I really like doing this particular type of business with this particular type of client, and
Hmm.
and so part of that rebranding is how do I actually directly speak to those people who I really want, and you realize you don't have to be kind of everything to everybody, and you specialize.
Hmm.
um, Danielle, is there have you got like a case study that you could think of? Sorry to put you on the spot, like somebody that you've helped as far as kind of rebranding them, what you did for them, and how was it different?
Oh man, I where do I begin? We have a lot of those stories here. It's kind of like almost like watching Netflix. You know, which one do we want to pick first? One of my favorite ones I will definitely mention kind of is a long term client that we've had actually for 10 years. It's a nonprofit called Carrington's Heart. They started out with nothing. They had an idea of what they wanted, but they weren't really sure about just how it would look. So they actually hired me as a freelancer to kind of step into the space of, we have these three main ideas, and we really want to say these three things. I was able, based upon the homework that they did and the research that they already had established, taking those pain points and taking the things that they wanted and really creating a clean visual identity for the nonprofit organization. So Carrington's Heart actually helps kids and families affected by congenital heart disease. It's the number one birth defect in America, affecting 1 in 100 babies born daily. So this is a pretty big deal inside of Kentucky for Kentucky families to be supported either with care packages or other fundraisers that they put on, like a superhero 5K, to help raise awareness of this cause. So this branding and this identity really stem from these core values that they already had. So for businesses out there who also have similar already sustained core values about what they want and how they want to appear, I think it's really kind of cool to find a common ground, a common base, and then start exploring about how that could better connect with the people they want to reach out to, as you kind of mentioned before. So again, understanding who they are and understanding who they want to talk to, and finding that middle ground in between. So through that branding and identity process, they've been able to grow exponentially. They added on about 6 other events outside of just the things that we designed initially for them. They're a thriving board, and they literally touch thousands of children's and families' lives throughout Kentucky.
Yeah, it's interesting, and when you can get the clarity there, where you've got the messaging right and the branding right, and then you look at this business after you have worked with them, and you, okay, I understand this, I know what they're doing, I know what they're all about, and then sometimes you'll look at something and it's kind of confusing, or it's just not jumping out at you, and that's really the clarity that I think people need to spend some time developing and talking to creative people like Danielle, who is actually an artist and coming to it from that point of view, which I think is good as well, because that kind of first visual, the way you look at something affects you. I'm just about to start rambling for 2 hours, I can tell. So
hang in
now,
there.
yeah, hang in there. So tell us a bit about these courses that you have. I thought they were quite interesting.
Yeah,
Where,
absolutely.
where did you get the idea for that, and why are you doing that?
So Q1 Essentials is a set of courses, mini courses that we put on only in the first quarter of the year. So Q1 Essentials came from this idea of actually being nagged and overbooked in some areas. The same types of businesses and people kept reaching out to me to ask me for strategy, ideas, and content to help plan the following year. So businesses a lot of times will jump ship and jump board on planning in September, October for budgeting into the next year. And so we had a surplus of clients come to us at one time. And I found myself repeating the same information over and over again. So instead of me doing that and easily collecting some money from there, I thought it would be easier to actually just create it into a simple course and have that one person find that information at their own space and at their own timing, excuse me, at their own pace. So I think it's really cool that I was able to kind of come and collectively put those pieces together. But then it grew into the more staff members of mine through Octane, a team of 5 women across 4 countries, and we decided to, hey, we're gonna collectively come together with some additional classes also produced by Octane and put those out there for 2021. And that's exactly what we did. It was very, very beneficial. And these again are 20 to 30-minute courses. There's about 12 of them total this year, and it was really easy to have people learn at their own pace. We also encompassed it within a community online so they could actually network with each other, and that was a cool way for us to also interact with not only our customer base, but also finding ways where other people could connect with other people in similar places.
And this is, this is incredible marketing for your own business that you have created this. I mean, you're leading with this value. I'm just curious, how does it work? Is it something that people pay to access, or is it kind of like a lead magnet where is it a monthly thing? How's that work?
It is a one-time payment. We do have payment options for people if they want to break it up into 2 payments, but it is a literally pay one price and you get all the information for X amount of time. We currently have it available until the end of March, and the content for anyone who purchases the content, it's still available through May for you to actually take the courses, where we actually take them down after May and revamp for another year in 2022. 23. Wow, 23, yeah. Time flies.
Yeah. What? No, it can't be 2023 next. Oh my God. Well, that's really awesome. The course thing, I mean, it's kind of a lot of work, but really is massive. I mean, and this could grow to where you've got this database of courses that you could publish on whatever on your own website, have a monthly membership. You can put them on Udemy and use them as lead magnets, advertise to them. So if you have a look at what Danielle's doing in that regard, that's a really powerful marketing leading with value. And if you want to check out those courses, which I recommend you do, you want to go to
Q1
Lex Octane.
Essentials. Yes, absolutely. You can actually go to q1essentials.com. That leads you directly to the page where you can check out exactly all the classes that are listed. Everything from Instagram strategy to how to write captions better to beginnings of Canva and beginnings of WordPress. If you're new to WordPress and you're learning how to navigate your own site, there's so many people that have no clue what WordPress could really maximize their website to do.
Oh, yeah.
So we definitely have a course just on that.
Definitely. I reckon that you need to know WordPress, and you need to know Canva for your images, and some other types of graphical editing, maybe GIMP or something. Do you do that?
Definitely have used GIMP, but Canva is kind of our main point because we are affiliates with them. So we love to encourage people to use Canva. We actually host every quarter. Tool. It is. There's so many things that you could do with it. Even if you're a complete noob novice at graphics, if you absolutely suck butt at graphics, you can totally do really well in Canva. So I think it's really...
I was terrible, and now I do all my own graphics, and Canva is an incredible tool, and this is just a core skill, and you just need somebody friendly like Danielle that can actually take you by the hand and help you. And what about video? Do you do any video editing courses?
Oh, almost every day. I think it's really cool the things that you can do both in Canva and outside of Canva. We do a lot of things because we do have professional tools like Adobe software and things along those lines. We can still put on amazing, beautiful graphics, but finesse them and actually put them in more of an exporting platform, easier for our clients through Canva. So I think it's really cool that you can create some really amazing graphics there, but you can also export some really finessed videos through Canva as well.
Yeah, animated headings and all of that stuff, which is really quite hard to do on a conventional editor. Now people are knowing all my tricks, and they're not going to think I'm good at video editing.
It's because you took our course. But I think it's really amazing that people are just now starting to really discover Canva on that level. So what we do on a quarterly basis is we give out free Canva critiques through our Canva workshop that we put on every quarter. So people send us their links, and we actually open that up in a classroom setting, and we take it apart and put it back together again and leave them with the finished product by the end of the workshop. So it's just maybe an hour max of time. And even if you don't submit a link, you can learn from other people in the group who have. And so I think it's really a cool teaching method for us to kind of learn from each other. It's also a great way to kind of, again, build that community. Everybody is struggling with something. So this is one way that we can kind of give back to our community.
Yeah, wonderful. And it's the best way for you to learn when you've got a community around you and you swap ideas. And like I said, these are the core skills, which are quite difficult to learn on your own, and you need to hook up with somebody that you really kind of jive with that can help you. And if Danielle is that person, then you need to go and do that Q1 Essentials. That type of marketing info is just essential to your business online, and you've got to start somewhere and learn how to do it. So thanks for coming on, Danielle. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And thanks everyone for watching and listening wherever you are. And I'll see you very soon on another episode.